Colleen Rooney, how's it going? No, I won't be your sugar daddy. Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies, and welcome to this week's Manchester United podcast. I don't know if I had one this time last week or this time 3 weeks ago. I don't care. It just sounds good. Welcome to this week's Manchester United podcast. Do you know what? I'm laughing at most of you. You're all going on about who we're buying, who we're not buying, who the director of football is, but you're not talking about the most important issue. The Manchester United manager, the next Manchester United manager, which will be in place very quickly by the end of this summer. You think I'm crazy? Mauricio Pochettino will be our manager. I've probably mentioned this before, but he will be our manager, especially if he wins tonight. If he wins the European Cup tonight, he's pretty much said there's nothing else for him to do at Spurs. I think he could go to Barca, but I think there's an opportunity to fix this mess. We know about the reports coming out last Sunday about Fergie not being very happy that Ollie was appointed full-time manager because he wanted Pochettino. We know this is not just fairground attraction. We know this is not just him trying to take the pressure off of Ollie so it doesn't look like he was the one who pressured the club into making this decision. We know he interviewed Poch for the position before they went to Mourinho. Poch said no, so desperate Mourinho got the job. Pochettino is a great manager. He believes in youth. He believes in great football. He bought no players this year, right? You know how we're all going, got to buy players, need players. He didn't buy one player, and look what he's done. I know they've got a better side than us. I know they've probably even got a better squad than us. But the point is, without buying anyone, without moaning about buying someone, because they couldn't. They had to finish that stunning, beautiful new stadium. Once upon a time, we had the greatest stadium in the Premier League in English football. We don't have the greatest anything in English football anymore. That's very sad. But I'm not like a lot of fans who are going to sit here and slate every single player for what they look like, what they wear, how they act. No. Big problem at the moment is we are blaming these players for not being Beckham and, Neville and Van Nistelrooy. That is the problem. They're not those players. They're not the icons we're used to. But these are the players we have. And a manager needs to come in and do better with them. One of the underlying problems, should I say, is that we keep on playing world-class attackers in the wrong positions. It's been happening with Rashford and Martial. It's even happened with Sanchez under Mourinho. And that's why Sanchez hasn't done as well as he could have done. I'm not saying he's totally blameless. But, Pogba. I have got issues with Pogba's consistency, but they keep on playing him in positions where he can't affect the game. And, Solskjaer was playing him in a great position when we were 13 games unbeaten and we were playing that great football and winning games and drawing games and all that. But once the bad times came, he started playing him out of position. And maybe some of the injuries after that run was a big issue, and I get that. And that's why I will never lay into Solskjaer because he's Solskjaer. But at the end of the day, he has made some questionable, X-Filey kind of decisions, or weird decisions that you would call in Mulder and Scully and say, why is this guy doing this? It just doesn't make sense. But when he came in as manager, I was kind of going, okay, he's only temporary. When he's made full-time, I raised my eyebrows because people actually keep on saying it's since he was made permanent we've been crap. We actually started to become crap just before he got the job. And it's like they gave him the job to deflect the thing and make it look like he actually, look, he's got the job now. Isn't that exciting? Let's forget we're starting to play crap now. I think it's just after the Arsenal game when we lost to Arsenal. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Comment down below. So basically, I think there's a big situation. All you lot are talking about and everyone on YouTube is going, who are we signing? Director of football. What's going on? Lit. What's his name? Lit? Is it Lit? Whatever it is, right? He is a Lit player. Oh, yeah, the Lit. That's his name, isn't it? I don't even know the proper name of players we're trying to get. I'm no Mark Goldbridge, am I? But the point is here, right, we look at De Ligt. He's 19 years old. He's only played in one non-competitive league. There's only a couple of clubs in that league. It's shit easy to be a defender. I know he's done okay in Europe as well. But the point is, he hasn't been tested on a consistent level in a competitive league, neither in La Liga or in the Premier League. We could buy him for 70, 80, 90 million or whatever he's going to cost, and he could be another Smalling or Jones or something, right? We don't know. Now, I like his attitude. He looks like a right captain. I would make him a captain because at least he's got something about him to lead a team. And we need a leader on the pitch because we don't have a leader on the pitch and we don't have a leader in the dressing room either because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is no leader. It's as simple as that. I love him for what he did as a player. He seems a lovely young man, but he's no Manchester United manager. I want him to do well, but it's just not happening. And by the way, talking of the director of football position, why haven't they announced it? Well, I understand no one's really signed anyone yet. I'll let that go. First of all, if Solskjaer had any brains or any experience, he would not be saying we are going to make all our signings by July the 1st. Are you mad? Now, every fan, every YouTuber is going on about July the 1st. Ollie, you put undue pressure on yourself. It's absolutely ridiculous. Someone gagged this lad. I mean, it was such a stupid thing to say. So that's my thoughts on De Ligt. He could be brilliant, but he could be a nightmare. And plus, we may not even get the lad. So is he Barcelona bound? Is he coming to Manchester United for lots of money? Listen, all this, he's only coming for the money. We want players to come from Man United. Listen, nobody goes anywhere. Listen, look into my fucking eyes, right? Nobody goes anywhere apart from any reason than the money. And, of course, the status of the club helps. But it's about the money. The money, the money, the money. You're not going to get anyone coming to United because they love Manchester. I mean, it's got a great nightlife, believe me. Believe me, and the girls. The girls are fucking great. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. But yeah, no one's coming to Manchester United just for the kind of, it's such a big club, it's such a great club, biggest club in the world. No, that's what they say because that's what's in the script. If you don't offer players big money, they won't go anywhere. But what happens is, at City and at Liverpool, when they're there, they play for the club, they play for the badge, and they play for each other. That's not what's happening at Manchester United Football Club right now. And that's the problem. But again, I focus you again. Forget about who we're buying because I don't think we're going to buy anyone or anything's going to be announced until this managerial situation, this mess that Woodward created by making an absolute novice, a nice guy, Man United through and through, but an absolute novice who has no business managing our club. And Manchester United fans, even the ones who don't agree with me, if you search your feelings, you know it to be true. A bit of a Star Wars reference there, why not? But yeah, so I believe there's a situation, Gray. I think if he wins this European Cup, there's an opportunity. He'll have nothing to prove at Spurs anymore. He'll stay there until he wins something. But this is a big prize, and he can say, because he really has no chance of winning the league, not with City and Liverpool, not at Spurs, but the kind of funds that are available at Manchester United or Barcelona, the world's his oyster. He can leave Spurs and say, I'm a European Cup winner. So it's not just the reason that I don't want Liverpool to win tonight. I want him to win because I think it's a great opportunity. I believe, I'm going to put my head on the shopping block. They already want him, right? But if Poch wins this trophy tonight, he is coming to Manchester United. I hope he comes to us either way. He's a great manager. Fergie is absolutely right here. Maybe the Glazers said, no, old boy, not again. Not what happened after Moyes. And I understand that. But you can't start blaming a guy for Moyes. What was that? Bloody hell. Anyway, that scared the shit out of me. But you can't actually blame a manager for Moyes and then bring in novice Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as manager. That doesn't make sense. You get rid of Mourinho, you get rid of these issues, and then you bring another problem in. And Ole is a problem. I'm sorry. I don't even believe he was doing the tactics when we were winning and we were unbeaten. I genuinely believe that was Ferguson supporting him as a caretaker manager, hoping he could get him a good little manager's job somewhere in the Premier League. But Fergie never thought that Woodward would make him full-time manager. And I don't... Well, do you know what? When we were winning, it was like, yeah, we were blind, weren't we? But now we see the real person, that he hasn't got what it takes. So I'm right, and I want your comments down below. I want to know if you think I'm right or wrong. Please try and be polite, because I know when people talk about football online, other football fans coming at you fucking wanger, you're so ugly, put a top on, or, I don't agree with you. You can disagree with me. That's fine. but do it with manners, you know. Let's have a good debate, yeah? Let's be human beings, right? We are human beings, right? So what do you think? What do you think? Do we have a chance of getting Poch as our manager? My background! Oh, yes, that's better. I can't operate without my background. It's like Superman without the sun. Big Superman fan, by the way. Oh, you can tell that, can't you, from what's behind me? But anyway, right, yeah, look, this is embarrassing. We should not have got Ollie. Ollie is not a Manchester United manager. So, yes, let me know. Let me know what you think. Should we go for Poch? Right, if he wins the European Cup tonight, should we go for Poch or should we just leave it and carry on backing Solskjaer? I worry about Solskjaer. I worry about relegation. I worry about mid-table. I just don't think the lad's good enough. It's as simple as that. I'm putting my neck on the chopping block. If he wins the European Cup tonight, he's coming to be Manchester United manager. I think that was always going to be the case. I don't know why they announced Ollie so early as the full-time manager. It seems a bit weird, especially after the run. It just seemed like the only reason they did it was as a deflection tactic. And Manchester United PLC do this a lot. When something's not going so well, they kind of deflect on other things. Oh, look, Matt has done a blog. Oh, look, Beckham's back. Or it's like, Beckham played well for us. Let's focus on that. And what about David Beckham and the rest of the 99 team? It was great to see them, wasn't it? Really good. But then we had all this chatter. Oh, Beckham could get in this team. Oh, yeah, look at, he could replace Young or this and that. Listen, all those players played great because they were playing against other kind of players who are not as good as them and are really old now, right? Okay, that's why they did really well. They were great players in their time. And Beckham's all right in a five-a-side kickabout, I'm sure, like once a week. But Beckham or any of those players has not got the ability or the fitness to play every game once a week or twice a week. So it's silly talk. But Beckham did show more ability and more passion than our own players. I will concede that. So it was beautiful to see them. It reminded, and listen, I'm not one of those guys that says we shouldn't look back. Look, football is about looking back at your achievements, but you must also achieve more things if you want to be winners. This club is, in terms of what Manchester United should be, and we all know what it should be the cream of the crop, or at least battling with City and Liverpool. It's not that. We're on our knees. It's embarrassing. We need loads of top-class players, and we need a top-class coach. I think we need Mauricio Pochettino. It has to happen, and I believe it will happen. Stop focusing on transfers and focus on Poch being our number one, being our manager. So please, if you agree with me, smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next video. And yes, I can't watch it. I live in Cyprus, so I can't watch the match because they do it for free, BT, on YouTube, don't they? But it's not available in this country. It's fucking pathetic anyway. But I'll be looking out for it. So let's see if I'm right. Will Poch be our manager by the end of this summer? See you later.